Hey guys, welcome back to the biggest agricultural platform in Namibia known as Nduna Wengombe. My name, of course, Mitchell Mutumba Simata, aka the headman of cattle. Jime Ninduna Wengombe, which means I am the headman of cattle in English. So today, on this 30th of December, which is a Thursday, 2021, as we're winding down to close off this year, Mr. Scar Pierre decided to come through and he asked me to do a video. This is what he said in the comment section. Hey, can you do a video on dairy sheep? It's hard to find information on dairy sheep breeds, preferably a hair breeds versus wool breeds, but any breeds and any information will help. So I had to go look on this. I myself do not have any experience with dairy sheep breeds. I didn't know they actually existed. I know about, closest thing I know about sheep is that we eat meat, it's mutton. And I know mostly about the meat breeds, not the dairy breeds. So I had to go do some reading on this and actually collect some information. As you guys know, I'm never writing solo. I always got my trusted notebook with me with my ugly handwriting, as my friends would always tell me. So let's get into the information of this sheep breed. So let's get into the information of this dairy sheep breed. I selected the Awassi sheep breed. We're going to talk about its history and can you find it in South Africa? And there's a lady who actually imported some into South Africa in 2012. So this one, I can't say readily available, but it's available in South Africa. Probably you'll have to wait because she's still breeding. So let's get into the information without any wasting time. Awassi sheep. Awassi sheep is found in significant numbers in Western Australia, in the Western Australian outback by affluent Middle East businessmen. Awassi sheep in Western Australia were of the traditional mutton line from which an improved Awassi dairy strain has been developed in Israel. So you find them in Israel and in Western Australia in the outback it's utilized there, but in the outback they say it's more the affluent businessmen from the Middle East who have this sheep, who are running some of the sheep herds in Western Australia. So they said, so this is information by a lady who imported some, and this was the prices that she got when she was trying to import them from Australia. A price of an Awassi ram is about 15,000 Australian dollars. Converted to South African rand, it's about 134,000 South African rand. That excludes export and import drafts and also the import bills such as transportation and so forth. These Awassis that were imported, which was 3 rams which were imported from Australia, were imported on the 19th of March 2012. The Awassi rams arrived and were checked into a quarantine facility at OR Tambo, and there they stayed for about a month under the supervision of a vet and also under the supervision of the lady who imported them. Ms. Marie is the lady that imported them into South Africa in 2012, on the 19th of March 2012. So the sheep were kept in that quarantine facility before they were allowed to move onto a farm, which is in the Bloemfontein area. The farm's called Farm Patria. And on this farm, she has thus far bred 2 batches of F1 Awassi type sheep lamb. One step closer to a dream of breeding pure Awassi sheep, which can be achieved within the next 6 generations. So she has created F1s, which are first generation. She also hopes to bring in Awassi embryos from Australia to boost the milk sheep breeding program. So this is what I got from this lady that imported them from Australia, what the journey that she had to go through and what she had to go through to discover this. You guys can read this information up on her story. You can get it online on Farmers Weekly. I think the March 2012 article that speaks about her bringing in the Awassi sheep. But let's talk about the breed now. The history of the Awassi. Awassi sheep originated in the Syro-Arabian desert. Temperament. Awassi is an extremely hardy breed with a very calm temperament used for a range of products, to include milk, meat, and wool. In particular, it is renowned for being one of the highest milk-producing sheep in the world. Characteristics. Awassi sheep have unique psychological characteristics, such as resistance to many diseases and parasites. walking long distance over pastures for grazing, tolerating extreme temperatures, and enduring adverse feeding conditions. It easily adapts to different environments and performs as well in its native habitat. Awassi sheep are well adapted to poor Mediterranean pastures and can compensate for undernutrition during the dry season by using the stored reserves in their fat tail. So they're also a type of fat tail sheep. Mothering ability. The breed is also known for having a high mothering ability. Due to its high milk production potential under harsh conditions, the Awassi breed can be used as a seer breed in improving milk production for many indigenous Asian and African sheep breeds. Milk production. An Awassi ewe produces 40 to 60, that's 40 to 60, that's the minimum, 70 to 100 kilograms of milk per 150 days of lactating. The weight. Rams can weigh from 60 to 80 kilograms and ewes can go from 30 to 50 kilograms. It is a dual purpose breed because it can be used for meat, milk, and wool. That was the Awassi, just the information that I based on the Awassi. Since I read that it was imported in South Africa, so if Mr. Scar Pierre is in South Africa, he could probably purchase them there locally from this lady. But now let's talk about the other milk breeds that she had also tried. She had tried the Eastern Frisian, which is also a dairy sheep breed. Eastern Frisian type sheep cannot deal with the heat in the area and blistering sun, resulting in cancers on the eyelids and ears. That's the problem with the Eastern Frisian, why they can't probably adjust to the African conditions, because they develop cancers and the eyelids and blisters. Eastern Frisians have pure pigmentation and its ears have no hair. The wool starts behind the ears. So the ears are probably exposed skin, and then behind the ear, that's where the wool starts. Then you have the Leghorn sheep, which is another dairy breed. Leghorn milk sheep, a breed that virtually defines the thriving French milk sheep industry. So this is the big boy. This is now the big boy in French milk industry, the Leghorn sheep breed. She tried to get some of these animals imported, but then she experienced problems when she tried to import some semen. I think was it the breed societies or the South African stud society didn't allow her to import this animal, so she couldn't proceed. This is why she settled for the Awassis that she got in France. But there is a plethora of dairy sheep breeds. And I feel like one video will not be enough. We would probably have to sit down and go through. We've already spoken about the Awassi in depth. We've touched on it and spoken about it in depth. We've spoken a bit about the Eastern Frisian, why it can't probably be used in an area like in the region of Africa. Probably if you're going to crossbreed it, that could work. And then you have the Leghorn. So I also read there's the Dorset horn. I think the Dorset horn was utilized in developing the Van Rooyen sheep, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it was developed in the Van Rooyen or the Dober. Between the two sheep breeds, the Dorset horn was actually being used to in the crossbreeding program. So there are a lot of other dairy milk sheep breeds out there that I had no knowledge on. I didn't even know people were milking sheep. I read that some people, you can even milk your Van Rooyen and so forth. I didn't know this. So I just knew that growing up, the way I grew up, we drank more cattle milk. You'd find some people here and there who drink goat milk, but never sheep milk. Sheep milk was something totally for me, it's out of this world. I haven't done it. I haven't tasted it. So as I said, I wasn't aware people milked sheep and so forth. I know goats, I know cattle, but then I had to continue getting some more information on the health benefits of sheep milk. So sheep milk is a delicious alternative to cow milk, and also provides a number of health benefits, including the ability to lower cholesterol levels, strengthen bones, boost the immune system, stimulate growth, and develop and development, prevent birth defects, reduce inflammation, fight cancer, and lower blood pressure. So that's what sheep milk can do, you know. But human beings, we've always relied on cow, goat, buffalo, not really sheep. Sheep milk hasn't been been utilized a lot by many people, but the information says that it has been used for thousands of years as a form of substitute around the world. And while it is not nearly as common as cow milk, there is a reason for its popularity. Sheep milk is actually superior to buffalo, cow, and goat milk in a few important categories, and also has a unique, delicious flavor that has become a cultural staple of cuisines in certain regions. Sheep milk comes from, okay, we don't need to say it comes from the teat, so we don't need to go into that. Sheep milk production is used to produce numerous famous cheese, including feta. Wait, I didn't know sheep milk is used to make feta cheese. As the thing comes from the cow. Okay, feta cheese, Roquefort, in addition to making various yogurts and even being drunk as a standard beverage, although this is less common. When you consume milk from sheep or its deprived products, you can get an impulsive boost in protein, carbohydrates, beneficial fats, essential minerals, and import vitamins. Due to its limited time of the year that most sheep produce milk, constant cultivation is more difficult. I think that's why it's not that popular. Which is why sheep milk and related products are typically more expensive and harder to find. That being said, that's why some of the products, because it's difficult to cultivate compared to cow, buffalo, goat. So really, this could explain why, and some of the reasons why it's so expensive. But they say health benefits of sheep milk: immune system boost with rich combination of minerals, nutrients found in sheep milk include vitamin A and vitamin E. Your immune system can get a solid health boost. Vitamin A and vitamin E acts as an antioxidant within the body, seeking out freely radicals and eliminating them from the system, thus preventing an onset of chronic diseases. So that's what it does. But then, as the information said, it's very difficult to cultivate it. It's very difficult to produce the milk and to constantly cultivate it. So this is what makes some of the sheep products like sheep yogurt, sheep cheeses, maybe sheep chocolate also. Maybe they do produce sheep chocolate, sheep milk chocolate. Makes it a bit expensive. But I think in France, as what I read here with the French milk breed, is that it's a big thing. It's a big thing in France. So probably that's where you can get a lot of sheep milk products in France. And in South Africa, Miss El Marie is trying to establish this. I think she's probably gotten a bit far because she started this in 2012. So she must have gotten a bit she's probably gotten a bit further than where she was when she started this. So those are my 2 cents and my limited knowledge on dairy sheep breeds. I'm reading there a lot more. So as I said, we'll probably have to do another video where we touch on the Eastern Frisian, the Dorset, Horn, and so forth. So we can't just focus on the Awisa. We can't just focus on the, sorry, not Awisa, but Awassi sheep breed, which is farmed in countries like Iraq, Syria, Israel, and also now you can find it in South Africa and also Australia, as this lady imported her genetics from Australia, in Western Australia. Can it be brought into Namibia and probably used if you want to start up a sheep business, sheep milk business? You could, because the best part of it is that it's a dual purpose. Maybe you put it on some indigenous sheep breed, a Damara sheep, for example, to increase its meat weight, to increase also its milking ability, and to increase its wool production. Maybe you can use it in crossbreeding, or you can try and get it in purebred. But again, it all depends. And this lady said she paid about 143,000 South African rand to buy these animals. Imagine how much it might cost another person. So those are my 2 cents on the sheep breed. What the type of sheep breed it is, what it has done, and what it's used for, and where it originated for, and some of the characteristics and the history of the sheep breed. That is my 2 cents on it. As I said, we will probably have to touch on more videos in future on the various milk dairy sheep breeds that are out there in the world, and also the milk goat breeds that are also out there in the world. Let's not just focus on meat. Let's also focus on the milk, the dairy industry also. So I hope this video does satisfy the questions that Mr. Scar had, even though he asked me to make a video during the holiday season, and I haven't really been enjoying holiday because it's been a long journey. So let me ask you this, guys. If I could ask one favor leading up to 2022, is that we increase that subscription base. It's now 600, which is done good. If we can get it to 9 or to 1,000, if you guys could share this, could not just share this video, but could share all the other videos that I've done on this platform, that would help me a lot. So that would be my Christmas and New Year's Eve wish, that you guys share the videos and help me increase my subscription base, so we could actually in the near future start doing farm visits, traveling to farms, visiting farmers, getting to talk to them and getting to see their products, their cattle, their gardens and so forth in action on the farm, and actually getting to learn from them. So that's it, guys. I want to say have a very good December, and actually have a very prosperous 2022, as we're on the 30th of this month already. So New Year's Eve is coming up. So I just want to say stay safe out there, keep social distancing, keep wearing your masks, and have yourself a very, very, very blessed and prosperous 2022, and prepare yourself for another busy year. But that's it, guys.